What is going on, guys? ScorpionSlayer66 here, coming at you with what will probably be my biggest vinyl pickups video unless I get another free collection again. So yeah, this is a culmination of my last 2 to 3 weeks of pickups and gifts and stuff like that, so let's hop right into it. This first album was a gift from my good friend Greg Jackson, and this is MC Brain's Oochie Coochie. Haven't got a chance to listen to it, but thank you so much, Greg. This was a gift from 64-Bit for Life. This is Jethro Tull, War Child. Now, I'm not the biggest Jethro Tull fan, but when he offered it to me for free, I really couldn't refuse. This was really awesome to get. This is Deep Purple, Machine Head, and yeah, this album's fantastic. I'm not the biggest Deep Purple fan, but this album is just a really good album in my opinion, so thank you again, Connor. And the last gift from Connor, this is Primus and the Chocolate Factory with the Fungi Ensemble. Big fan of Primus, so when he said that he was going to give this to me as a gift, I freaked out. And there's another cool part about this specific record. It is on super chocolatey brown vinyl. So again, thank you, Connor. Really love this album, and it sounds fantastic on wax. So I believe the rest of these come from my record store on separate occasions. So yeah, these first 6 I all picked up on a random time. This first one is Paul Simon's Graceland. Fantastic album. I think I paid like $2 or $3 for it, so totally worth the price even though I've never listened to it. This next one I paid like $4 or $5 for. This is Patti Smith, Easter. Now, Patti Smith's Horses is like one of my all-time favorite albums. So anytime I see a Patti Smith record for cheap, I'll pick it up because I'm pretty sure it'll be of good quality. So yeah, plus she's my wife, so yeah. This next one I paid like $6 or $7 for. This is Q, Are We Not Men? A, We Are But Devo. Now this has the big hit, I forget what it's called on here, but Uncontrollable Urge is the song. But yeah, fantastic album. I mean, you really can't go wrong with early Devo stuff. I really want to get the one that has Whip It on it, but I really can't ever find it for cheap. So yeah, awesome. Shout out to Jerps93. He's like obsessed with Devo. This next album is an original press of Rubber Soul by the Beatles. This is arguably my second favorite Beatles album, tied with the White Album. But yeah, really love this album. The Beatles are my favorite band of all time, if you guys can't fucking tell. But yeah, excited to pick this up. I think I paid like $10 or $12, something like that for it. Really good deal. This next album is an original press of Talking Heads' Remain in Light. Another one of my all-time favorite albums. Yeah, I think I paid like $8 for this, and it still has the original shrink wrap. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked this one out, please do so. It's one of the albums I always recommend people who are trying to get deeper into music. And this was the last item for that trip to the record store, and this is Radiohead's A Moon-Shaped Pool. Now, if you guys don't know, I used to hate Radiohead, but I've slowly grown to love and appreciate them, and this new album's just phenomenal. So yeah, this is actually a harder to find version because of one specific thing. And that's because it is on white vinyl. There was only like 8,000 or 9,000 of these ones pressed, so yeah, cool to finally own this one in the collection. Really close to completing the Radiohead set. I'm like 2 or 3 away. So yeah, Moon-Shaped Pool. It was like $25 or $30 retail. The next few items are from when I went on my record store trip with 64-Bit for Life and Jerps93. If you guys haven't seen that, I will put a link below to Jerps' vlog about it. So this is the first item. This is the new Lennon Claypool Delirium album, Monolith of Phobos. I love Les Claypool and Primus, as I said earlier, so when I heard this, I had to grab it, and there's a cool thing about this pressing. It is on this awesome gold and orange marble vinyl, so yeah, again, awesome album. Very happy to have this one in the collection. If you guys like Primus and or Sean Lennon, definitely check this album out. The next album is the new Red Hot Chili Peppers record titled The Getaway. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm really not a fan of the Chili Peppers. I like a few of their albums, but that's about it. But this new one really blew me away. This really sounds like Blood Sugar Sex Magic era Chili Peppers. It's pretty much the Chili Peppers at their finest. So yeah, I was really excited to pick this up. I think I paid like $23 for it, and I paid $18 for Lennon Claypool if I didn't state that. This next one is super sweet. This is Pink Floyd's Metal. Now, I'm down to like my last 4 or 5 Pink Floyd albums, and technically 2 or 3 of them are live, so I'm only like 1 or 2 studio albums away from having the full set. So yeah, fantastic album. This was the album that turned Pink Floyd into the progressive rock band that they're known as today. So yeah, fantastic album. I think I paid $6 or $7 for this, so excited to add this one to the collection. This next thing is really awesome. This is the Beatles Magical Mystery Tour, the original master recording. Now, if you guys are some of my gaming friends and don't understand what that is, it's pretty much the highest quality of sound you can possibly have in a vinyl record, which is already the highest quality of sound that you can have. So yeah, this is like creme de la creme of vinyl records, and they're pretty expensive. This was $45, but at the same time, my favorite band, a pretty rare item, and for as good as it sounds. I had no trouble paying that price. And this was the last thing that I picked up on our adventure together. This is the Rubber Soul original master recordings. Again, you guys heard me earlier say this is arguably my second favorite Beatles album. And to get the original master recording for 25 bucks after I traded some stuff in, I was really excited to add this one to the collection. And getting into today's haul, this was probably one of my biggest buys from a record store, except for Record Store Day. I got this on recommendation from my good friend Yesay Aksha. Shout out to you, Yesay. This is the all-time greatest hits of Roy Orbison. He said that this would change my life when I listened to it, so I picked it up. It was only like $4 or $5. So yeah, excited to add this one to the collection. This next one is strictly to add to my Beatles collection, and this is Introducing the Beatles. Now, there's like 8 or 9 fucking early Beatles albums where they just remixed the songs, put them in different order, had like one different song. So yeah, I think I paid like $3 or $4 for this, but trying to go for that complete Beatles set. This next one is a punk classic, and this is Blondie Parallel Lines. I love Blondie. She is a fucking beautiful woman, and she knows how to rock her ass off. So yeah, I paid like $3 or $4 or $5 for this. So super excited to add this to the collection. This next thing is really awesome. This is a 7-inch version of Marvin Gaye, What's Going On. Now, if you guys don't know, What's Going On is in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. And what's cool about this, though, is it has the original singles version of What's Going On, and I forget what the other song is, but there's also a remix version where they put BJ the Chicago Kid on here. And if you guys don't know, BJ is a really good modern R&B artist, so it was really interesting to see that they would do something like that, like a figure that's as untouchable as Marvin Gaye, putting him with a new artist. So yeah, I haven't listened to this yet, but I'm really anxious to hear it. The next album is a metal classic, and this is Injustice for All by Metallica. Now, this is really where Metallica's peak ends, and they just start going downhill from here. But I mean, this has so many great songs on it, from Blackened to Eye of the Beholder to One to Harvester of Sorrow. Just, yeah, a lot of fantastic songs. I think this was like in the top 5 best metal albums list according to Rolling Stone. So yeah, fantastic album, and now I have all of the Metallica albums I can really want. This next record is super awesome. This is Daft Punk Random Access Memories. Now, I'm a huge Daft Punk fan, but I actually don't have any of their stuff on vinyl, so when I saw this at my record store for only 15 bucks, I had to pick it up. Now, before we jump into the record, I paid $22 for Injustice for All and $10 for that Marvin Gaye 7-inch. But this next album is Blink-182 California. Now, if any of you know me, I do not like Blink-182. I like 2 albums of theirs out of their like 11 or 12 album discography. But this one is really fucking good. I listened to this when it came out of curiosity because I heard the singles and thought they were pretty good, and it's one of my favorite albums of the year so far, I think. So yeah, I paid 20 bucks for this, and it's just fantastic. This is Blink-182 as they should be, like their self-titled and Enema of the State era Blink-182. So if you guys are a fan of Blink and haven't picked this up yet, you're doing yourself an injustice. So yeah, fantastic album, and really happy to have this one in the collection. This next one I was really excited for, and this is Sublime self-titled. Now, if you guys don't know, Sublime is like one of my favorite groups of all time, and their albums used to be so hard to find and expensive, but they recently reissued all of them, and this was my favorite one, and this was the only one my record store had, so I picked it up. Again, I paid like 22 or 23 bucks for it, and just fucking classic album. Rest in peace, Bradley. We all miss you dearly. And the last album for this video, guys, this is Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band original master recording. Now, as I said earlier, I love these original master recordings. The Beatles, my favorite album, or my favorite group rather, and this is one of my favorite Beatles albums. So yeah, I paid 60 bucks for it, but that's actually a really good price because the only one on eBay right now I think is 110 or 120 bucks. So yeah, really excited to add this one to the collection. So that is my vinyl haul over the last like 3 weeks, guys. Go to the comments, let me know what was your favorite thing I picked up, and while you're down there, hit the like button, subscribe, and share around with your friends. And until next time, take care.